What I like about it, Malcolm in the Middle, is they always go for it, don't they? Later on in the Varsity, Joan of Arcadia creator Barbara Hall. Nice to see your pleasant face, Babs. Managing editor of Variety, Dade Hayes. Coolest name in the world, Dave. Young swinger, Hollywood guy. And Newsmax.com columnist James Herson. Been a long time. Jim Plus will take 5 with actor and comedian Tommy Chong. Tommy's here? Wow. Tommy's here. I'm not sure he brought the stash with him, audience. Settle down. First up, though, he's the maniacal and beleaguered Emmy-nominated father on the Fox hit Malcolm in the Middle. Please welcome the always enjoyable Bryan Cranston, ladies and gentlemen. Big Bryan. Oh. You know what? You got to give it to Malcolm in the Middle. Pounding it out for years now. They always go for it. I don't like think pieces with my sitcoms. I like shows that are bold about trying to be funny. You still having fun?
I'm having a great time. We're in our 6th season now, and I have been covered in blue paint. Right. I've had 50,000 bees on me. I've been strapped to the front of a city bus. Everything. It's insane what they do to me. And sometimes they think of the gag and then try to work backwards to see how do we justify getting him in that position.
Right, and the father, in contemporary America, the father is like the last bastion of political incorrectness, where you can do anything to him.
Ain't that grand? Exactly. We can do that. Exactly.
You can still be ridiculed. You can be dragged through the mud. The dad is the depository for every thoughtless joke you have, right?
Oh, and thank God. You know, Hal's a great guy, but he actually goes off into his head a while and takes a little vacation, a little mindless vacation.
This part's been a blessing for you, man, because it's like Pavlovian now. They think of Cranston, they think of funny. You've really knocked it out of the park there, man.
It's a lot of fun.
You directed now? Does the crew have trouble taking you seriously after they've watched you be ridiculed so many times?
When you try to direct someone and you're wearing tighty-whitey underwear, you start to lose your respect a little bit, you know.
Bob Crane told me that.
Did he? Right?
Go ahead.
I've seen nothing.
You look like Phil. Did anybody ever tell you that? My old friend Phil Hartman. God, I just caught the angle on him. You know, you're as funny as him too, but you really have his visage.
I met him a month before he died.
Yeah, he was great.
And he was a great guy, and we had terrific laughs, and I just can imagine what it was like working with him, because he was a
Phil, I always felt like he was the quintessential pro.
Yeah.
You know, every time I would see him after a show, he had like 12, 13 things. He would always knock 10 of them out of the park, get the other 2 safely into port. He was like the quintessential pro.
He was the anchor, but he really came through
immensely. Tell me about directing again, though. You're enjoying that part of it? Can you do that when you're finished, you think?
I'd like to. Yeah. I mean, I directed a romantic drama that I wrote and directed myself called Last Chance, and that was a great experience, and it was fun. And now I'm directing several of the Malcolm episodes, and it's a lot of hard work. I mean 18-hour days. Right. I'm up for 18 hours working, and I'm obliterated for 2 weeks afterward. You know, just trying to catch my breath.
How many could you do in a season if you had a 22 pickup? Do you think you could do 5 of them a year?
I can do about 3. Because I usually direct after a hiatus, because I need a break time to prep before we work. But hopefully, you know, the show is going really well. We had a little resurgence, and
tell me what's up.
Stay on.
It's funny how shows reach a plateau, and then maybe they start to have and people think it's over. But you guys have had a rebirth lately,
we were put on at 9 o'clock on Sunday nights, and that's really not a comedy feel to it, you know. And so we kind of hit a wall a little bit in the ratings, and then we dipped, and then they put us back on now before The Simpsons. So we went back up, picked up a lot of our family audience, and
that's a perfect time. People are primed for comedy within a half an hour of The Simpsons. Hey, now what's with the kid? What's with his name's Frankie?
Frankie.
What do you see? Do you see him being does he have adult chops, or what's the deal? I can't get a beat on him. He's starting to get older. But he still looks young to me, and I think, what's it hold for this kid? What do you think?
Boy, if I can.
There he is. He's 48 years old. Can you believe that?
You know, for the good of the show, I've been trying to convince him to, you know, be a castrati or something. Come on, buddy.
Take one for the team.
You're young. Exactly. I'm old. This is my shot here. I've been binding his feet and feeding him alcohol and
you got to.
Tobacco.
You got to.
I keep telling them, they were lying about that. No, this is good.
Stay stilted.
Stay young and have that little tiny voice.
The elfin character.
He's a great kid. You know, he's 19 now. He's not so much a kid, and he's. I'm really proud of all those boys, man. The way they grew up.
Yeah, they stayed normal.
They stayed normal.
Yeah, that Faustino kid did too. Remember years ago,
Yeah,
Married with Children. I met him, and you would think all those years
Someone's gonna
growing
go,
up in America, he's going to be a freak. He was actually pretty cool.
That's the amazing part, because this is a tough business on kids.
You aren't kidding.
It messes them up, by and large.
Especially
And,
Frankie's going into singles bars now. All of a sudden, you know, you got serious player women coming on. He's got that little look in the colic. Hey, you want to go out with me? You know, it's.
Well, I told him, I said, you shouldn't go into those clubs alone. Take your old man with you, and I'll run a little block.
Shepherd him through, be the sexual tugboat, as it were.
But he's tired of me saying, when I was your age, I had a girlfriend twice my age. And yeah.
Hey, tell me real quick. I want to know about this thing, this Kid Smarts, because this means a lot. How kids can, you put out a video on how kids can safeguard themselves against abduction.
The only thing that scared me in life is something happening to my daughter, my wife.
Your beautiful child, Dexter.
And so I tried to find out what I could do to talk to her about staying safe from abduction. And I contacted the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children by way of John Walsh. And I was encouraged to go on their website to glean any information I can and give it to my daughter. Well, I got bogged down with all the information and what to tell her so that she won't be frightened about this world, you know. I want her to be educated, but not scared to death when a stranger says hello and, you know, they panic. So I created Kid Smarts, which is a half-an-hour DVD program for parents and their kids. You pop it in, sit down with your kids, you watch the program, and you learn the basics of how to stay safe. And it's really been helpful. We've got a lot of accolades. This is a fundraiser for the National Center, and it's available on Amazon, and so I hope you all go get it.
What's the first thing they should do? Tell them real quick. Scream, right? Never go anywhere and start
Never go anywhere, exactly right. Never go anywhere with anyone. Scream, make the biggest scene you can, flail, and
kick him
fight
in the balls.
And fight it.
Exactly. All right, Cranston, good man. Coming up the varsity, Mr. Cranston.
Point and shoot.
We know how to do that.